Freelance production assistant Sarah Fatemi.
PA Sarah Fatemi.
Yeah, who? PA, physician assistant.
Okay, yeah, that's not. My parents would love that.
Yeah, your parents would have been much happier with that one.
Oh, yeah.
So you do comedy.
Yes.
How's that going?
It's going pretty good. I've just headlined for the first time 2 weeks ago in Fresno. I have a show tonight. I might be going to the Middle East soon, and yeah.
Going to the Middle East where?
That hasn't been specified. I know in Iran, next time I visit, some of my friends who do stand-up out there might want to put me up, but
that sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know. That's still very early talks, but yeah, I'm still in talks there's a booker, they do shows in the Middle East, and they haven't specified the country yet, so.
Oh, and they brought your name came up in the conversation.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice.
Thank you.
To get around.
Yeah,
comedy.
you go a lot to the Middle East.
I go a lot all around the world.
Yes, you do.
Doing comedy.
Yeah.
That's why it's interesting. My life is a lot of fun. Yeah. So your journey with comedy has been how long?
3 years, a little over 3 years.
And you felt like you were ready to headline?
I got asked to headline, and they're like, hey, our headliner dropped out. This is like a week before. And they're like, do you feel comfortable headlining? You can do like 30 minutes, right? And I'm like, I can't say no. So I sat down, I took out a huge poster. I color coordinated it. I wrote all my bits, wrote new bits, coordinated them together. And I spent like 3 weekends not leaving the house, just memorizing and learning the bits and, the order and everything. And it was so much fun.
How'd it go?
Amazingly.
I love when comedians are like, yeah, it went great. And then you're there and you're like, I did it though.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I wasn't there. So I can only go based on what you said.
I did film it. They were laughing. It was great. And I'm surprised because it's Fresno and I made a lot of white trash jokes. So.
Why is Fresno full of white trash?
That's what I heard. They were really nice.
That's what you heard.
I'm from Ohio though, so
tomato.
Right.
I get it.
Can I really judge?
Calling the kettle even blacker than the pot?
Yeah.
Is that even a saying? The point is this. So you headline for the first time, 30 minutes. Headliners should typically be able to do like 45 to 50, at least like realistically like hour 15.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
But 30 minutes, a lot of people don't realize is a very long time on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're not getting laughs.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It happens to people.
Oh, God,
5 minutes is a long time on stage if you're not getting laughs.
Oh, seriously. 1 minute on stage is a long time if you're not getting laughs.
Nah, you can do 1 minute.
Yeah.
You can do 1 minute's your name and intro. Well, here's the thing. So you're a female in comedy. And there seems to be a focus on females in comedy right now.
Yeah.
Where their struggles are being highlighted. What are the struggles that you have found yourself?
So I actually have, just a lot of maybe not angry, but, as a comic, there's a lot of kind of jealousy within the community. I've had nothing but support and love, but I've had someone say to my face, oh, you only get booked because you're a woman of color.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, but
it might be. Maybe you do get booked because you're a woman of color, and?
I don't think so. I don't think there's like a diversity checklist in comedy.
There's definitely a diversity checklist in comedy.
Really?
So when people say that, you can easily be like, well, you only get booked because you're a white male. That also happened for a very long time and does happen. So everyone gets booked for a reason.
Yeah, that's very true. I would definitely say like bombing on stage, that's a huge struggle.
Sure.
Just a lot of that. I like to network a lot. I like to make friends with people.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And I've definitely.
You're out and about.
Oh yes, all the time. And probably the biggest struggle is just I want people to like me. I don't want people to be like, I don't know, upset with me or something like I said or did something. It's just basically watching your mouth, like they dig up a tweet from 2012.
You're going to have a hard time in comedy if that's going to be your fear.
No.
You should, that's the concept. Like, being respected, that's something you should strive for. But being liked, the only people who need to like you is you and the audience. And another thing is, once you become a name, no one will say, oh, you got booked because you're a woman of color. You got booked because you brought 300 people or... when you're in a room, it sells out. That's why you got booked.
Basically,
you got booked because you're amazing.
Yeah, I should specify that was my struggle. I've changed in the past, year and a half with comedy. I don't care anymore. People like me or not. Bringers, those are a big struggle. You know, do you remember?
Bringer shows?
Yeah.
No, I don't remember.
First 6 months when I did comedy.
Here's the thing about bringer shows. I'm going to tell you something real. Every show's a bringer show. The difference is people wonder why I have 2 shows at the Laugh Factory. I don't care if people think I'm funny or not. You know who thinks I'm funny? Jamie Masada. And you know who else? The 200 people I bring every show. The difference is I bring 200 and Kevin Hart can bring 200,000. That's the only difference between Kevin Hart and me is the fact that Kevin Hart, and plus he's really good, but Kevin Hart just worked to be able to bring 200,000. That's why he gets those big shows. That's the only difference. Comedians love to talk about how good you have to be, and of course that's a great thing, but there's a lot of things to go with it because it's not just show, it's show business.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I don't blame bookers for needing to, you know, obviously maybe asking comics to do it, especially the smaller producers or whatever, you know? So it's like, you know, everyone's trying to make a dollar at the end of the day. It's hard living on the streets.
Is it? Have you lived on the streets?
No, but I can imagine it's very hard.
Yeah? Where did you live? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, that's a place.
Yeah, have you been there?
No, but a lot of things that I have are made there, so that's a good thing.
You're not missing anything.
Like Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, you're not
that's
missing
anything.
anything.
Like cups. I don't know why I have a bunch of cups made in Toledo.
That's interesting. Huh, I never knew that. You sure it wasn't China?
No.
Okay.
I buy American. America.
Pure patriotism.
No, I'm kidding. Awesome. They were probably on sale. I do, however, think that we should buy American if we want our economy to do better. That's one of the things that we always look like. The economy sucks. Yeah, well, you also bought a Toshiba and a Honda. Well, that's why the economy sucks. If you bought a Ford and I don't know what gets made in the United States as far as TVs go, but I'm sure that would help everything.
Yeah.
So as far as comedy goes, struggles, people have picked on you. Have you ever heard the cliche women aren't funny?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. You know, oh, you're just, you know, all they do is talk about sex. All they do is, you know, yeah.
A lot of women talk about sex.
Yeah. Do you think that's funny?
Yeah. I think it's hilarious. And I think people need to shut the fuck up and realize that people talk about their experiences. So a lot of women talk about sex the same way a lot of Black or Latino comics talk about race because that's a lot of our experience.
Yeah.
However, if you don't have those experiences, if you're an unattractive white male, then, you know, sometimes those are the things that you don't get to talk about. You get to talk about unicorns and leprechauns, things that relate to you because that's your experience.
Yeah.
People go on stage and talk about their experiences. So if you don't want women to talk about sex, then stop trying to always hit on them and or rape them. And then they will stop.
Yeah.
Promise you.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Because you see a lot of women being able to talk about a lot of different topics as well.
For sure.
And then also not getting enough stage time in order to be able to branch out into other topics. Because they talk about the topic that people expect them to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. I talk about my experiences, you know, being Middle Eastern, growing up in a very white, Wonder Bread land area.
Toledo, Ohio? I would think that's a pillar of diversity.
No, it is not.
Really?
Nope. I mean, we're pretty close to Dearborn, so there's a lot of like Arabs, but, you know, other than that, there was like a tiny Black community, you know. Oh, you want to know how white it is? We had a coffee chain called Beaners. A chain called Beaners. Think about that.
Is Beaners something
that's
a derogatory?
Yeah, it's a derogatory
against who?
Mexicans.
The fact that you knew that is racist. If, in fact, the fact that you saw that and knew that it was racist is what makes you racist.
No, because they issued a statement and they apologized and then they changed the name.
So was the coffee shop called Beaners and the logo was some Mexican guy picking coffee beans while getting hit by a white guy?
No, it was a bean. But then a year later, they issued a statement apologizing and they changed it to Big B's.
I would have never changed the name. I'd have been like, it's Beaners, and guess what? Mexicans aren't. So the fact that you feel that it's offensive is what makes you racist.
I didn't say it was offensive.
No, I'm not even saying you. I'm saying the proverbial you.
Oh,
the you that exists outside the you that rappers say they are better than when they're like, I'm better than you. It's a general you. It's not a specific targeted you for the most part.
I don't know, though. It might have been a slur in the past against Mexicans. Then wouldn't that change it, you know, if that was part of their history?
It was, sure, because of the people who use it. However, it was one that isn't as significant as, for example, the word nigger. So Beaner is a connotation which people placed on people, And that's why it's different. The fact that people would call anyone a beaner, actually, that's just like a mean thing to do. Why would you even come up? Racists are very mean.
Yeah, yes, they are.
They're creative and hella funny, just to be honest. Their memes are the best.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
But I will tell you, the tables have somewhat turned because a few years ago I was in Ohio and there were fireworks going off. And I was with some of my friends who were, students from Iran, and we're watching and we're speaking Farsi.
And you called white people beaners.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
No. Oh, I should have. And then there was this big, huge, rednecky looking guy, several teeth missing, and his wife, and then they're holding a baby, and there's like 4 kids next to them, but the kids are actually Arab. And then the baby drops its bottle and it rolls under the truck. And then the guy's also wearing a do-rag, an American flag do-rag. And then he's like yelling at them to get the bottle. And then, I don't know, the way he's talking and the slang, and he's just like, get it right now. And then all of a sudden he looks at us and he goes, hey, can I ask y'all a question? What race are y'all? And then I like panicked and I was like, we're Spanish. And then he was like, oh, really? They're Arab. We adopted them. My wife and I were from Kentucky. And then they smiled real big, and they were just so sweet. And he's like, isn't it great? All of us can come together under the fireworks and be Americans, no matter what race you are, no matter what religion. And at that point, I was just,
Well, 2 things. First of all, the fact that you thought being Mexican was better than Persian at that point in panic. But it's interesting because we judge as well. That guy was just being himself. He wasn't the one who was coming up with stereotypes for anyone. In fact, he would have been extremely happy knowing that you were Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
As he went out of his way to adopt Middle Eastern children in order to get them citizenship.
Yeah.
Which is a very difficult process. So he went out of his way to do this in order to allow them to have opportunity. I hope he's not trying to be the white savior, but just being a good person. A lot of people don't realize that. I had a very similar situation happen when I was buying a car one time. There was this guy who was rednecky, as you pointed it out. Wasn't as rednecky with the American do-rag flag and missing teeth, but had a southern twang. There was definitely an American flag above the garage that he hosted the car. It was an antique car. I was going to buy it. He told me he was talking about service and military and all these things. And then I was a little uncomfortable, and he told me how to go pick up the title from his wife the next day. At this office building. I go there. It's a beautiful office building. It's the top floor. It's a dental office. I'm thinking that his wife is the wonderful, obese, white assistant nurse that's sitting at the desk. No, it's this beautiful black woman, chocolatey, dark black woman who walks out the office. Ooh. And they have 3 kids, and he had kept calling me son, and I realized it's because I reminded him of his son. Aww. Literally, he was just like, you know what I'm saying, son? Yeah. And I was like, oh, he's calling me son and boy because he's being disrespectful. No, I just really look like his 3 children and this beautiful white black dentist wife that he has. And we tend to do that. It goes both ways.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I will never forget how embarrassed I was. I was like, oh, my God. Because I actually did specify like 2 seconds later. I was like, Iranian. I don't think he knew the difference because he didn't even bring that up. And he was just like, isn't it great? And I was like, oh, my God.
You Spanish Iranians are my favorite.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, here we play a little game to get to know our guests a little better. We play a game called Either Or. Now, we do not make anyone do anything against their will. We always ask for consent.
Of course.
The game is either or. You choose either or. Okay. If you don't have to. However, just know you're no longer playing the game.
Okay.
And we may or may not psychoanalyze your answer, so don't let that pressure you. Either or.
Okay.
Amy Schumer, Whitney Cummings.
Amy Schumer. But I did a show with Whitney Cummings, and she was so nice. And I like both of them. I don't know. Can I pick both?
Once again, you're allowed to do whatever you want. Okay. However, if you do not choose either or, you're no longer playing the game.
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer. Why Amy Schumer?
I saw her special, and I just don't get the hate. She is so funny. She's so funny. And I love her acting ability. And, she really, I don't think she's fat personally, but she really made a brand out of herself by not being the typical stick-thin woman in Hollywood. That takes talent. Do
you consider yourself fat? You say you don't think of her as fat. Is it because you're comparing it and you're saying, oh, you feel like you're fat or you're not fat or you're less fat than her?
She's been called that several times and she made a brand out of that. She owned it, per se. I don't think I'm fat, but I get called fat during roast battle all the time. People think that that's how they can trigger me.
Do you feel like you're thin?
I'm not like super skinny. I think I'm good, you know? I've been doing keto for about a year and I work out sometimes and I think I'm okay.
So is that why you enjoy Amy Schumer, is because you feel like she wasn't the typical stick figure in Hollywood and therefore you don't feel like you're the typical stick figure in Hollywood and you have a better chance because of Amy Schumer?
No.
And Whitney Cummings is a typical stick figure in Hollywood?
No, I think Whitney Cummings is hilarious and I love Eliza Schlesinger. She's actually my favorite female comic. And, you know, it's because they're talented, because the way they present their material is good and it's funny. And that's what I look up to, not the packaging.
What did you think of Eliza's comment regarding women and how they do all talk about sex, but she doesn't?
I didn't hear that comment,
it was
but
a big deal. Should look it up.
Yeah, she said. My phone on the couch.
No. It's the concept is she basically said that she has jokes that are outside of the norm of sex and vagina and things like that. And she does have amazing jokes, but she does also have her repertoire of sex jokes. And other comedians felt that they were personally attacked because she made it sound like she had much more highbrow jokes and all of their jokes were simply about their vaginas and they took it very personal.
Well, you know, Tehran, when you were explaining how women don't get enough stage time to really branch out and work out the new material, that makes a lot of sense. I'd never thought of it that way. And that, you know, I have to maybe disagree with her, like, and kind of agree with what you were saying with, people talk about their experiences and there just needs to be enough time to work out those different materials and see what works. And so, I loved her special. Did you see her new special?
No.
No.
I don't watch anyone's special.
Oh.
I don't even specifically like comedy that much. Okay. So let's get to a little bit. Tall and dumb or short and smart?
And a guy or a girl?
I'm leaving that up for interpretation.
Short and smart, because I'm short. I'm 5 feet tall. And I'm smart, I think. I know I'm smart. And I'm short. I'm 5 feet tall. Literally, last night, do you know Crystal Marie?
Yes.
I was standing across from her and she just goes, "Oh my God, you're so small. I didn't realize how small you were."
Crystal's hilarious.
I know she's great, but I'm like a midget.
Yeah.
So, short. I love short
Marie
people.
Denaz is another Middle Eastern comedian who is a woman, but she's hilarious. She's beautiful, and she is tall.
Yes.
Not too tall, but a perfect good tall. She's in that 5'7" range.
I think so, but everyone's tall to me, so.
Yeah, because you're 5 foot tall.
Yeah.
So do you prefer taller men?
No, I don't care about height because I can't really, like I said, everyone's tall to me, so.
Yeah, that's how we breed inappropriately, guys.
I like skinny men.
Be aware.
I like very thin men. Men
Why?
who look like, I don't know, there's just always been something that attracted me about the gaunt cheekbones and the kind of ribs poking out. I don't really like the football, meaty kind of body. That's
See, this is something I explained. There is a woman out there for everyone. Women are so unparticular about what they would like. And here, Sarah's a good-looking girl. You would be like, oh, she likes a good-looking guy. No, there's this skinny, anorexic guy who gets to get up in her because that is her choice, you know? Like there's a women are so much more open-minded when it comes to their choice in men. Men just get upset because it's the women that they particularly want at that moment. But if they just look, you will find a woman to any single desire. You will find there are women who like to be shat on their chest. Like that's a real thing. Yeah. So if you're a guy who likes to shit on people's chests, there is a woman who's like, ooh, yes, I like that. I don't know. I feel like she's clearly European, probably German.
That sounded Australian.
Whatever. The point is, there is a woman for everyone. Yes. So there's an anorexic man out there waiting for you to just.
Oh, I can't wait.
Just
hear the bones rattling on the mattress.
Yeah. That's the thing.
What kind of girls do you like, Tehran? Curvy or?
I don't even know if I like girls anymore. Like I'm at this stage where it's like, it might just be easier to be gay. Like honestly, not even because gay guys are drama too. Maybe I just need to be asexual all the way around. Maybe that would work out best for me.
No, lucky men, they have their hand.
Yeah. It's just the easiest thing. Women have their hands too.
Yeah.
So
harder.
I don't know who didn't teach you, but it's fine. There are tutorials online. Last either or.
Okay.
Listening to music in the car or listening to music in your room?
Listening to music in my car, because at least in my car, I'm being productive. I'm driving somewhere. I'm going somewhere. In my room, I'm going to get caught up and I'm going to waste time just listening to music. I enjoy both, but I love the notion of productivity.
Yeah, you know, you could have listened to the music in your room while you were cleaning up or something.
Ew, I don't clean.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what the beaners are for. All right, let's get into the crush. Yeah. What we do is every week we pick a topic on a crush. And it's just a hypothetical crush.
Okay.
A type of topic where we just want to evaluate what kind of crush you could possibly have.
Okay.
Who is your ultimate female crush?
And it can be anybody, any.
It would be nice if it's someone we all knew, but if it's not, then that's your decision as well.
Oh, Lina Rita Perez on Instagram. Do you know her?
No.
She's an Instagram model. She's gorgeous. But I mean, it's just the looks. I just see the looks. I don't really know. I mean, she's an Insta model, you know?
Yeah.
She's got to me, I idolize her body.
She just has the body that you find amazing.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Lina, it's Lynaa.
Let's see. Lina.
Yeah.
Rita.
Yeah.
Perez.
But Perez isn't in her name. It's just Lina Rita.
All right. Let's see what she looks like. Let's see this look that she has, shall we?
Yes.
Martin, make sure we get this. Is it Lina _Rita?
No, it's just Lina, Lynaa.
Rita. All right. Let's see if this is her. Yeah. I don't think this is her.
She's got 4 million followers.
Yeah, that's definitely not her.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I have any of her.
It's okay. You know who
I need to see her. No, this is Lynaa.
Yeah.
A.
Yeah.
All right. We tried that. It didn't come up.
But that's okay because...
There we go. We found her.
Okay.
Let's find her. 4.1 million followers. And this is who she is. I wonder how much work she's had done. I feel like her breasts are definitely done.
Yeah. I think 90% of her is definitely done.
Okay.
But, like I said, I just know the image. Now, my crush is Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande is your main one?
Yeah, my main crush. I love Ariana Grande.
Why?
Because she's talented, she's beautiful, she's confident, and she's a small woman like me, and with a big voice, and so it's proof that small people can also be big.
I think come in big packages. Big things come in small packages.
Yes.
All right, so we do a poppin' or stoppin', and that's a trend that men do that we want to know your opinion on. A trend that men do that we want to know your opinion on. Neck tattoos.
No.
Poppin' or stoppin'?
Stop
that
it.
was an immediate stoppin'. You don't like neck tattoos.
Stoppin', no.
Yeah. Are you a tattoo person at all?
I don't have any tattoos. I don't mind them, but not on your neck.
Why?
Because I just think that's an ugly place to have a tattoo.
Yeah, that just bothers you, huh?
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's cool if you have tattoos on your arms or maybe on your torso.
Your bony rib cage that you like. Yeah.
Oh God, that's gotta hurt when they get a tattoo.
I would imagine it hurts, but who knows? There's a question from the listener. Each and every week we get a question from the listener and they want to know your opinion and my opinion on it and see what they should do.
Okay.
I'm dating a guy and I really like him. Mm-hmm. I want a label. He doesn't like labels. Is it because he does not like me?
I think he likes you, but I think he wants to still have the freedom to fool around. And so he doesn't want to put a label because if he were to, get with another girl for a night, that would be considered cheating. So it looks like you're kind of looking at two different things.
Interesting. I don't know about that. I personally am not a label person. I think labels are for other people and not for yourselves. Right. And I hate when people are like, oh, this is my girlfriend. This is my, how about that's just Janet and you're a person and you guys have decided to share or not share. I don't really think it's anyone's business what your relationship is. And I hate when people, and I will say girls because that's what I tend to have to deal with, is I hate when girls have to include everybody in their relationship business. So what we see is a pattern of you hear about all the bad things, but none of the good things. So you end up hating Jack. Jack is a piece of shit. Jack is an asshole. Jack is a horrible partner. Jack doesn't listen. Jack's always late. Jack didn't care about Valentine's Day, whatever it is, but you never hear about the good things that Jack may or may not do. And you do not understand the actual dynamic of their relationship because you're only hearing it from one point of view. So how about you just keep your relationship to yourself? How about you don't need everybody all up in your business? No one needs a label. Even if you're married, what does that mean? You've now transcended from a relationship to one that's legally defined by a contract that you negotiated in a courthouse. That's all it means. Yeah. Same rules apply all the way across the board.
Well, she probably wants the label so that they know that like they're defining their relationship, because I don't know, it just sounds to me like he still kind of wants his side pieces, but she wants to really lock it down and be like, well, you're my only one. Yeah. I would have to know more about what their dynamic is like, because I mean, you know, that's very true. I understand where you're coming from, but I think it's just they want to define it for themselves as well.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you have to kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. I don't know. Good luck to you, anonymous writer with your label. I don't think you should be hung up on labels. I think you should be more hung up on, are you happy in your relationship or not?
That's true.
And it doesn't matter. If you're happy and the label is what's holding you back, then you're not as happy as you think.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on that.
Yeah. Sharing is caring. That is, we all know sharing secrets is the best way to have people know about you. What is a secret that we can discuss today? Ooh, look at what they said. Sharing is caring. Okay, I just want to remind you that the listeners send this in. These are not my... Okay. Wildest sex you've had. I'm just letting you know I'm not sharing. I've never even had. I've wild. So I don't even know.
Yeah, I can't. Well, my parents do listen to my radio show. I mean, I can't. I don't kiss and tell. Unfortunately,
you don't kiss and tell.
No.
Well, then I guess that one's no fun. Then I'll just have to share.
Well, I can tell you the shittiest date I ever went on.
Shittiest date is actually another topic. They actually put these in.
Yeah.
And so it just pops up.
Yeah.
Wildest sex. What about allegedly? If it was, what would be your fantasy?
I want to be I don't know, dressed as a schoolgirl.
That's your thing?
I guess. I don't know. I just always thought the outfits were really bomb, and like I kind of want to be a schoolgirl for Halloween, you know?
Yeah, you want to be the schoolgirl.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sexy schoolgirl.
That's what you go for.
Professor Tehran.
Yeah, no. Tehran doesn't mess with schoolgirls. Let's stop that real quick. R. Kelly got in trouble. But then again, I guess
legal schoolgirl.
He didn't know the difference between dress up.
Yeah. Legal schoolgirl. Damn it.
And holding up your ID. So that's how that goes. Yeah. All right. So let's get to the topic. This week's topic, you actually brought this up. We actually had a topic worked out, but I really thought it was interesting when, before the show, you made a very innocuous statement in which you stated that the guy is supposed to shoot his shot.
You know what? For the most part, yeah, I do think. I feel like if a guy really likes you and he wants to ask you out, he will do that.
Huh.
I feel like it's in their nature.
It's in the guy's nature. Interesting.
Yeah,
Go on.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Now, yeah. I mean, I've shot my shot before romantically. It did not work out. I've shot my shot before, to be friends with someone, and that worked through Insta. I have a Team Melee player who's one of my friends now just because I shot my shot, and I was like, hey.
We should be friends.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, he's trying to fuck. Just to let you know. Whenever a girl tries to friend you on Insta, guys, their egos won't let them accept that it's just someone trying to be their friend.
Oh.
They will always think, oh, I must have a shot with this girl.
Okay.
On the flip side, when a guy tries to be friends with a girl, right? in the rare occasion that a guy's like, oh, I actually want to be friends, like the rare guy who has that capability, girls will also always think that this guy is trying to smash. Like they just can't realize that sometimes guys just want to be friends. Sometimes they can't even realize that guys also just need to go into that department store or the gym. The other day, I'm going to this facility, and there was a girl walking ahead of me, and she went to the facility. Now, I had left my phone in that facility. So I walked out, and then when I was walking out, I realized I left my phone. So I went back in, and I had to go behind her. And when she goes in, and she keeps looking back at me suspiciously, and then I go in, and she's like worried, and then all of a sudden she like dramatically leaves the place. I find my phone and I also leave. As I'm leaving, I run into a friend of mine, and he happens to be friends with this girl, and she comes over and she's like, you know that guy? And he's like, yeah, that's Tehran. You know, he's a comedian. We go to a show all the time. And she's like, oh, I thought he was following me. And I was like, first of all, you were very, very cocky to assume that I'm even heterosexual enough to follow you. Like, we're in West Hollywood. Yeah. He has a bigger chance of being raped than you, by far. Yeah. Okay. Secondly, as a black man, I'm way more afraid of you as a white woman than you should be afraid of me. Let's look at history, right? And thirdly, you do realize that's a public facility. People go in there. It's not like I walked into your apartment.
Seriously.
But at the same time, I could see, being a girl, how scary it must be to always think that a guy could and would attack you, and it always has to be a constant fear. So there's a interesting dichotomy, and all this to say, that's why sometimes guys are afraid to shoot their shot. Not only that, there's also things like it's rejection, it's nerve-wracking. I mean, there's a lot that goes into shooting shots, which is why assholes tend to shoot their shot all the time, because they're so cocky and they don't give a shit. And that's why fuckboys always win. Remember that.
I used to have the biggest fuckboy phase. Like, I just got over it maybe 6 months ago, but I was always after the guy who was the most stuck up, cocky, rude. And I mean,
Tehran is very attractive.
I can't help it, Tehran. No, but I hate it when a guy doesn't have any self-esteem, or, you know, it just doesn't, you know, he's like, this is my problem. Girls want a drug dealing doctor, surgeon, who's a thug but also extremely educated, who's sweet but mean but nice but cool but patient but angry but fights, but is a pacifist, who eats salad and cooks steak, rubs your toes and your back, is rich, tall and short, loves to cuddle, but knows how to fuck like a champ. Like, listen, explain, okay? You're gonna have to mix and match. You're not gonna be able to have that package. I mean, I think you could fuck like an animal and still cuddle, and I think that would be perfect.
Sure.
Like,
you can.
Come on, yeah.
You can.
Yeah. No, but I mean, you can be confident but humble. You know what I mean? And actually, cockiness, I just realized, I think that's kind of a sentiment of being low self-esteem. Because if you actually had self-esteem, you wouldn't have to snub other people. Because when you're snubbing other people, in a way, you feel threatened by them.
Or maybe you just don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people can come off cocky, and it really has to do with your interpretation of their behavior.
Basically.
People have their own personal baselines of what they think cockiness and humility are.
Seriously. So I have actually met some people who are the nicest people with resting bitch face.
Sure.
You're literally
a lot. There's a lot. Yeah. Crystal Marie is a perfect example, who's one of the nicest people.
Yeah. I'm always smiling, but I can get mad.
Was that your attempt to be
No.
crazy? I need to understand exactly what.
That was just my voice. I didn't drink a lot of water this morning.
Get mad. Like that was,
I can get mad.
That was your gangster?
Now you're racist for assuming that.
Why is gangster a race? I wasn't aware that gangsters
or classist for assuming that.
Yes, I'm an elitist.
I'm kidding. Oh, okay.
And a classist.
Right,
and
I got it.
All those is.
Yeah.
So when it comes to guys shooting their shot, what's the best way a guy has ever shot their shot, or what should a guy do?
What should a guy do when he wants to go out with you? Well, I think he should treat you well. I think he should be really nice, like
So he should lie. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And then what else?
Yeah, lie. And then I would say kind of hint at it to see if I'm interested. Like, oh, have you ever gone there? Oh, we should go sometime. Yeah.
Have you ever gone to my bedroom? We should go sometime.
Yeah.
Yo, have you ever gone to?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to this Duke? You should go.
Will I fit?
Yo, I'll get you a ticket. Go on.
God. Oh, okay. Well, if you're just trying to smash, then I'm not interested. But date wise.
Sure. So let me clarify that really fast. Every guy's just trying to smash. So what it is every guy's trying to smash, and then that may or may not turn into a lifelong partnership.
Oh, okay. So it's kind of switched around from the 1950s then.
Definitely not. It's been like this since the beginning of time.
Okay.
The only difference is we now have more access to more women. However, if you've ever noticed, it's not like infidelity was just invented in the last 20 years since Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
No. We've had all these things. It's just you had to be an elitist, you had to be an aristocrat to be able to even afford to do these things, to be around different groups of people, because it costs so much in order to meet different women.
Yeah.
But now you can just swipe right or swipe left.
Right.
So it's very easy. That's the only difference. There is no difference. Let's be very real.
Yeah, no, I know. But I mean, I guess there's some girls who are okay with that, but there's some girls who might want a little bit more of a, what do you call it? A little bit more of a foundation before they go to bed with a guy.
They want substance to their relationship. But I mean, sure. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just explaining how guys are approaching it.
Yeah.
No guys thinking they're like, damn, yo, Jimmy, did you see that girl who looked like she has morals and values and shit? Damn. I would love to hit that. Principles. It's not the way guys think.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but the problem is, I mean, I've known a lot of guys that when you do sleep with them the first night or the second night, then they immediately just stop hitting you up. They immediately kind of lose respect and all that kind of thing. So
has that happened to you? Who hurt you?
Nobody hurt me. I did not.
Why did this happen?
This did not happen to me. It
depends on the guy. It really depends on the guy.
Yeah.
It depends on the guy, and that's a fair assessment, and it has a lot to do with a sense of accomplishment, right?
Yeah.
So a guy, there's two ways. Now, the enlightened guy will not do that. The enlightened guy will understand that you and him found a compatibility very quickly, and you were sexually compatible, hopefully, and then enjoy it enough and enjoy you enough that they would like to continue that. That is an enlightened guy.
Yeah.
That is a rare percentage of men.
Yeah.
Most men fall into this middle ground where they would be like, oh, yeah, if I hit, then everyone else hit, which may or may not be the truth. It has nothing... It has nothing to do with it, but that's when their own personal insecurities come to play.
Yeah.
And then there's the other spectrum, which are just lucky to get any, and they're like, I'm going to love her forever. So that's
yeah. I think a lot of guys need to realize, though, that we have been fed so much as women growing up. So I'm from Ohio, very religious area. We have
Toledo, yes. Yeah. I've heard it's actually... called the Bethlehem of the Midwest.
Yeah,
so
it's something. We have a very high teen pregnancy rate, though. One of the highest in the country.
It tends to be that way when you're super religious because you tend not to believe in birth control. But guess what? Even religious people have sex. So go on.
Yeah, and so we had sex education when I was a freshman in high school, and my teacher, a very old man, he would give us letters it was about... I don't want to bring up abortion because of a, sensitive fan base. But, when we were discussing sex and he's like, yeah, women who have sex before marriage. And then he'd be like, hi ho, hi ho. He'd literally sing.
So he was making and creating a negative connotation to sex before marriage.
Basically.
I wonder if he's had sex before marriage and if we were calling him a hoe. See, it's very interesting, all these words that we have for women, slut and hoe and whore and all these things regarding their sexual nature. Now, I use words, I don't so much use the word slut a lot, but I use hoe and whore a lot, and bitch. However, A, it's gender neutral to me, and B, it has nothing to do with your sexuality. It's a colloquialism.
Same with C, bitch.
Yeah, I meant all of them.
Oh, okay.
So all of them.
Okay.
I just don't use the word slut a lot. It's just not that really cool word to me. Slut and like cunt. I've never gotten into those words. Okay. They're kind of low class. Yeah. Dirty. Yeah. But hoe and whore. Yeah. Whore is an amazingly good word. It's just such a encompassing word. Like, okay, whore. Like it's such a strong word. I love it.
Instagram whore.
Yeah, I don't use that word so much.
Oh, that's a phrase, you know.
Yeah, because once again, it gives a moral judgment, and I'm not about moral judgments to actions so much.
That's great.
I'm all about reality worth. So there's a difference. But the point I was making is we have all these words about women who sleep around or have sex or enjoy sex or like sex before marriage or whatever it is, but we don't have any words for guys. What do we have? The closest we have is fuckboy. Like, oh, he's a fuckboy, and that's hot girl summer. Like, who really cares about fuckboy?
I went on a date about a month ago with this Iranian American guy. Sorry, I have to talk about this.
Was his name Babak?
No, Shayan. And then he was like, yeah, I've banged like over 20 girls, threesomes here, threesomes there, threesomes for breakfast. And then he's like, but whatever girl that I end up being with, the least guys she's slept with, the better. And that was just instant turn off. It's like, how
instant turn off? Why did that even come up in a conversation?
Well, you know, some guys think it's cool to just bring up sex during a date, like your first date. It's just like,
if you're having sex, if you're having a date at a swinger party, I think it is. But just
it was at a Mexican restaurant. You should
probably get to know them. Oh yeah, well Mexicans have a lot of sex, so I can understand what inspired it.
Yeah, it was very annoying. Like, how dare you be so hypocritical? It bothered me so much.
Yeah, that's very unattractive.
Yeah.
However, I can understand as a guy wanting to have a girl who's had less sex partners. I can understand as a guy because I happen to be a guy. Now, as a girl, I can see the same being true or not. I don't know. That's for your discretion. But as a guy, I can understand because you don't want to be in three positions. A, you don't want to have a girl who's way more sexually satisfied by other people than you. That would hurt any single guy, right? Yeah. B, you don't want to be in a situation where you go somewhere and everyone's like, oh, that's your girl. Because even in like, if you listen to rap, which is, we're using rap as the most common of music. It's the music of the masses. Even when rappers talk trash about each other, the worst thing they say isn't, oh, I shot you, I killed you, I punched your mom in the face. No, it's I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Like, that was the worst thing ever said in rap history. Simply sleeping with someone else's girl is the destruction of their world. No. So that's number 2. And number 3, a lot of guys are insecure because they just don't feel like, they feel like if you've gotten it a lot from other people, then it's not special for them. Not realizing if they've given it up to a lot of people, it's not special for her.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I remember in high school, they would feed us this, I don't know if it's true or not, but they were like,
it's all true. Everything you learned in high school is true.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oxytocin, like, you can't have sex with more than 5 people and feel bonded to them because it's like sticky tape. You know, that's literally what they taught us. Yeah. But yeah, kind of like what you were saying, everyone's looking. I have the unfortunate talent of when I have a crush on someone and it turns out that they don't like me, I kind of have a crush on the whole group. I think it's the aura. I think it's the environment that I have a crush on.
What do you mean? Give an example of that.
So, I mean, if it's a group of friends and they all happen to be attractive and I kind of like one of them and I'm kind of trying to, date one of them, and if it turns out he's not interested, it's
you'll go for a friend. A friend will swoop in.
Yeah.
You're
What? Well, not anymore.
I understand.
And that never happened. This was just more of a mental mindset. No, it didn't.
It's okay. Listen,
no, it didn't.
I don't judge. Listen.
It didn't. Okay, fine.
Clearly it happened.
Okay.
Listen, definitely.
What?
Definitely happened.
No, nothing happened beyond flirting.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Flirting is kind of like, it's fun, a little
fun.
bit for you, a little bit for you.
A little bit for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like pussy.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, I can't help it. Attractive people tend to have attractive friends, Just look at me and you.
You're the attractive friend?
We're the attractive friends. And other people were hanging out.
I don't even know if I'm attractive anymore. Like, I'm so over it.
Lose about 20 more pounds. You will be very attractive.
That's because you just like skinny, super skinny. I'm actually a very skinny person. I'm not super skinny, but I'm skinny, and I've always been skinny.
Yeah.
And when people find out like how much I weigh, they're always surprised because I actually weigh like 190, but I look like I weigh 160. Like I look skinny, but I'm not that skinny, and it's all dick. No, okay, so. The concept is, I don't know why. I've always just been in that 180. Like I've always just been, no matter what I do, I'm in that range. But I have been losing muscle. I used to be very toned because I played so much basketball. But ever since I hurt my knee, because I tore my ACL, so I wasn't able to play for like a year, I've lost the toneness, but I'm still the exact same range of weight. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. I felt that way when I stopped doing ballet. Like I felt fatter, even though I was still kind of working out. And I think it's the muscles in my thighs that were toned upwards and making them lean kind of went bloop when I stopped doing the stretches.
You actually never answered the question. So what should a guy do to shoot their shot?
Yeah. Well, after you've hinted and I've shown interest, ask me out. Just be upfront.
Just be like, yo.
Yeah. If you want, I can take you out sometime.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Let's go out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how going out. Like even going out to me seems like such a fucking chore. Like it's like
I don't blame you actually.
Chore. It's like go out. I don't even like going out. I don't even like you want to come over but not touch me and stay on your side. Like I'm so like
I love, if I go on a date at this point, I will only accept dinner or hiking. Yeah, because I'm not wasting any time. I'm getting my exercise in. Yeah, or I'm eating. You need to eat to live every day.
If I go on a date at this point, it's you better have an amazingly good Netflix suggestion and maybe you can come over. And if I don't like the movie, I need you to leave. Like
or suck my dick.
Yo, not even.
Okay.
No, that's like a chore too.
Okay.
Like that's just.
Why is it a chore for you? You're just sitting
work.
there.
Nah, this is work. Like I don't even know if I like that so much. Like it's like
oh god.
Great. Let's move it along. Let's get to something. It's like maybe it's all about connection. If you have a good connection, then good things happen. But
I know
once something becomes stressful, if a girl becomes stressful or anything like a chore, I'm so over it. I just don't have the time, energy, or spiritual capacity to deal with it. I'm like.
I completely understand.
Don't become a guy's sigh.
Yeah.
That is a Tehran quote right
I understand, because we're both in the creative field, and so it's like shows and auditions, and we're constantly going to the next thing, and it's like, where do you even find time to take someone out or hang out with them, or it's a thing.
Yeah, I mean it's just one of those things where it's like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I feel like anymore. I could like you today. Never speak to you again tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
If you say something that just is like extra to me, I'm so oh, you have another show? I wish you didn't have a show. That's it. You're cut from my life. I never want to speak to you again. You obviously want me to fail in life. Like I'm just so extra.
Same. Yeah, no compromises.
I'm so extra.
Yes.
So what's the best way a guy has ever shot their shot to you? What's like the one memorable time a guy has shot their shot and it was definitely in your mind?
I can't even think because guys are so fucking unmemorable. Just
is my nonchalant ways rubbing off on you? Like when you started, you were such a good person, you were bubbly, you were like, oh my god, I think I love life, and now you're like, you know what? Fuck life, nigga. Like what?
I'm trying to think. I can't even think. I mean, I had a guy in high school sing a Beatles song for me, but changed it to Sarah, will you go to homecoming with me?
What song was it?
I told him my favorite Beatles song was I Am the Walrus, I think. Yeah, and he changed it to will you go to homecoming with me? Obviously going along with
That's cute.
Yeah, and I was such a bitch. I was like, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Because I liked his friend. But I ended up going with him, and he's a really nice guy, and we're still kind of friends today. Because I mean, he lives in Ohio. We can't really. Yeah.
I mean, you can't smash anymore. But you're still kind of friends on Facebook.
Yeah.
You like his posts.
I don't. I think he likes every once in a while.
He likes. See, I swear girls keep track of that because a girl will be like, "No, you added me on Facebook." It's like,
Who cares?
No, bitch.
Yeah.
I've never added anyone on
I know.
Facebook.
I hate it because it automatically registers in my brain. Like if there's a guy who's constantly been looking at my stories and liking my posts, like, okay, I can tell he's like maybe a little interested. And then the moment he stops, I will see that. And I will start wondering, oh my God, what happened? What did he think? What's going on?
What's the worst way to shoot your shot?
The worst way to shoot your shot is to message me a dick pic. And
Yeah,
that
that
happens
sounds pretty
multiple times.
Really?
Yeah.
You get a lot of dick pics?
A lot. And not just from guys in America, from guys in the Middle East. Yeah. Like I literally woke up one morning, there was a dick from Iran in my Instagram messages.
Why was the dick super big? Bigger than your phone? Did it pop out? Was it a 3D picture of a penis?
No, it looked like a limp carrot. It was disgusting.
Yeah, penises are
Gross.
not so attractive. I've never gotten a dick pic.
Good. I
But
hope
I
you never
have
do.
one of the best dick pic stories of all time.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
I had a very good friend, Persian girl, like very good friend, family friend, good friend. She was so sweet. She was also one of those like prude, sweet girls, but we were very close.
Okay.
So we were talking on text. We were having a text conversation, and I don't save any numbers on my phone, so people know I don't save anyone's numbers. So.
Wow.
So we're talking on text, and then she got mad at something that I said because I say things just to get under her skin.
Yeah.
Like just fun things.
Okay.
Knowing her, this is someone you've just known for so long, and so then she said something mean to me. So I sent her a picture of Chris Brown's dick. This is when Chris Brown's dick was like the biggest thing because someone had taken a picture of it and it had gotten on the internet, whatever.
Yeah.
So I sent a picture of Chris Brown's dick and said, "Don't be a dick." Okay. Fast forward to she didn't respond, and then I looked and she didn't respond. And also, what sucked after that is not only did she not respond, I didn't see her on Wednesday because it was college, and then I would see her Thursday, and she didn't. She always texts me.
Yeah.
And I hit her like, "Hey, we meeting up?"
Yeah.
Or nah.
Yeah.
Okay, because we were supposed to all go. We were all supposed to go to another friend of ours' house, and she didn't go to the house. So I was like, "Yo, she's like really mad at me." So on Thursday, I saw her and I ran up on her. I was like, "Yo, you really mad?" I was kidding. And she was like, "What? What do you mean?" She was like, "I was sick." And I was like, "Oh, because I thought you hadn't texted me back." She was like, "Oh, I didn't get a text. I actually didn't know why you didn't text me." And I was like, "What do you mean? I sent you a picture of Chris Brown's dick." She was like, "No, you didn't." I was like, "Oh, I thought that's why you didn't talk to me." I showed her. She's like, "No, I didn't get it." She looks on her phone. Then she looks at my phone. She goes, "You didn't send me a picture of Chris Brown's dick." I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Yeah, that's my mom's phone number. You messed up the last digit."
Oh my.
Bruh, I definitely sent Khale a picture of Chris Brown's dick. Now, here's why this is funny.
Yeah.
Because in Khale's mind, okay, and that's what we call aunts. It's just a sweet name. She can't tell the difference between Chris Brown light-skinned dick and my light-skinned dick.
Yeah.
To her, both light-skinned dicks are the same person's dick.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no.
And to be honest, if I didn't know that was Chris Brown's dick, it might be it would look like it's my dick too.
Oh my God. What happened when you saw her in person?
She was the nicest to me she's ever been. So we don't know how that went.
You didn't bring it up?
Definitely didn't bring it up. Are you out of your mind?
My best dick pic story was this guy, on Instagram story where you can take a picture and then post it to your story? Well, he sent me a dick pic through Instagram, like he had taken it. And then he messages me, he's like, "Hey, so sorry, I didn't mean to send it to you." And I'm like, "So you were gonna post it on your story?"
Like, who were you supposed to send that to?
Exactly.
That's real. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how things work. But
Yeah.
all these congressmen posting dick pics, that was a thing for a while.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you. I hope a lot of people learned a little bit, step up, be up front, and shoot your shot. Be a man. Every week we pick an imperfect gentleman, a person who has the characteristics of a gentleman, an imperfect gentleman. This week's imperfect gentleman are the kids that won millions of dollars playing Fortnite.
Oh, wow.
There's a kid who won $3 million. There's another kid who won $1 million. I mean, that's crazy because think about how many times their parents were like, "You better put that stupid game away and get to studying. If I see you play that game one more time, I'm going to take it away." And now they're like, you better go play that game and put away that stupid studying. If I see you with those books one more time, I'm going to throw them all away.
Think about the bullies, dude.
Because they played Fortnite and won millions. That's a real thing. We definitely thank you for being on the show. We're really appreciative. Where can people find you if you want to be found?
Instagram at Sarah Fatemi Comedy. So SarahFatemi Comedy. And Facebook, Sarah Fatemi.
Any upcoming shows?
Yeah, I have a show tonight in Silver Lake at Mi Corazon, Mexican restaurant, 9
What's
p.m.
up with you and Mexicans, bro?
I know, right? I get mistaken for Mexican all the time.
Sure.
I have Roast Battle at the Comedy Store coming up August 13th.
That's what's up. Against who?
Yeah, and...
Who are you battling?
Roy Ellison.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I know. I actually just got nominated for Rookie of the Year.
Oh, for Roast Battle?
Hell yeah.
Good for you.
Thank
You've been
you.
winning that much?
Yeah, I'm like 4-3, but like I really killed my last one.
That's
Thank
strong.
you.
Keep working.
Thank you.
Keep
Yeah.
grinding. It's not easy.
Yeah. Have you ever done Roast Battle?
Definitely not.
Okay. Yeah.
Definitely
no.
not. First of all, I don't really like the mean tone of Roast Battle when they get mean.
Yeah.
I hate when a girl's there and they're like, oh, Karen's so fat and ugly that her vagina fits all the black guys in a football NFL stadium and she's a whore. Like, I just don't like when they do that kind of stuff. Some of the things are very creative, but for the most part, I don't like the negative tone.
I understand.
And also, I don't like how some of the people get extremely personal and they say things that are mean rather than creative.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the personal information.
Oh, yeah.
When it's creative, however, it's really funny. And I enjoy those. There are people who write things. There's this comedian who... I like him as a person, Jay Light. I remember
Jay Light.
He's like a sweet guy and he's such a good dude and he's such a mild-mannered looking guy and he went up there and he had the most creative things to say. And yes, they were roasty, but they were from a good place and I appreciated it.
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that.
Oh, yeah. Jay's awesome. Love him.
So that's good. People will find you there. And of course, hope they do and hope
thanks.
big success for you.
Can I just plug one more thing?
Yeah, plug.
I have a web series called Saffron in Rose.
Yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah.
You've been pushing that.
And with the apostrophe for trademark reasons.
Yeah, that's what's up. Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. We hope to see a lot more of you. Of course, I am Tehran. Literally at I am Tehran all across the board. If you don't know where to find me, IAMTEHRAN. Or find me all over the world. I don't know. You know what? Don't find me. Whatever. And of course, alongside Mr. GK, that's at Mr. George Corey, KHOURI. We are Imperfect Gentlemen. Remember, nobody's perfect but us. Martin on the board.